Filipino domestic worker in Lebanon moved Pope Leo XIV to tears after delivering a powerful testimony about struggles of migrants. Loren Capobres, who was earlier denied a visa to attend the Jubilee of Migrants in Rome, was chosen to speak during the Pope's visit to the Marian Shrine of Harissa. Capobres, a 54-year-old OFW from Camarines Sur, shared stories of war, displacement, and the quiet hardships faced by migrant workers. She recounted helping families fleeing bombings and serving fellow migrants through church ministries. Now, after her testimony, Capobres approached the Pope, describing the encounter as very peaceful and beyond words. And joining us now on the show to give her account of that encounter, we have Loren Capobres, the Filipino domestic worker whose heartfelt testimony moved Pope Leo XIV. Magandang umaga po sa inyo. Umaga na rin ho dyan. Thank you for joining us.
Magandang umaga din po from Lebanon.
Okay, una-una ho, no? December 1, we saw your moving speech for Pope Leo's visit to Lebanon. How was it speaking to the head of the church? How were you chosen? And how was that encounter with Pope Leo?
Yeah. How am I chosen po is through our parish church. Bishop Cesar, who is the Bishop of Latin Church, give us the opportunity to give the testimony. As I said, I supposed to go to Rome at October, and my visa was denied. And then during that time of Bishop Cesar in Rome, naisip niyo po na pagbisita ng Papa is bigyan ako ng pagkakataong makapag-testimony. And it happens po nga na for me it's like a miracle because everyone wants to have the opportunity to be with Pope Leo, and then I'm the chosen one. And I'm also representing as a voice of the migrants here in Lebanon, not only in Lebanon, but also all over the world.
You told a story of a couple, tama po ba, that you dealt with at the Jesuit Refugee Service. How did you choose this story amongst the many? Kasi kayo po ay tumutulong sa mga migrants dyan na na-displace na po dahil sa gera.
It was really moved my heart po kasi yung experience nila na despite po na the kapalo system that ties the workers to the employer, they decide po to broke that free, and then they decide to go to the church and be with us po despite of uncertainty na nangyayari po sa kanila during that war.
Oh.
And I was so moved po kasi like imagine the mother who had just given birth walk for 3 days just to be in the church and take shelter po.
Okay. I know Lebanon is another area of the world that is in conflict with Israel, knowing that Hezbollah comes from Lebanon. What is the situation there like now? I know there's a ceasefire that has gone on for over a year, but the bombs have not stopped. Kamusta ang sitwasyon niyo ho dyan?
Ganun pa rin po. Sa South, may maririnig ka rin po talaga na ongoing ang kanilang bombing. But yung South po is medyo malayo din sa amin. Pero still po, yung worried sa amin na anytime near us, pwedeng mangyari din yung nangyayari sa South.
Pero ngayon, nasaan ho kayo? Kayo rin po ay isang refugee yourself. Is that correct?
Yes po. After the war, those sheltered sa shelter namin na naka-shelter, after the war po, they are given the opportunity to go back to their employer po. And that time po my employer come back and then I go back to them po.
And the war has not stopped. So
Yes.
how is your situation now? When it comes to, I guess, receiving compensation at pati na lang mga kababayan po natin na kasama nyo ho?
So far po now, nakatira po ako sa safe na lugar. called Asrafieh, Beirut, Lebanon. It's far from the south. And it's not, hindi po namin nararamdaman yung situation kagaya nung nararamdaman nila sa ngayon. Ongoing po ang life dito sa Beirut and other part of Beirut, normal po ang sitwasyon.
Okay. Dito po sa inyong account, you spoke about abandonment and betrayal by, I guess, employers or going around the migrant community. Help us understand that.
It's more on when the war broke out, some employer left left Lebanon, and they left the employer behind. There are times that we saw the migrants like walking on the street with nowhere to go. That's why a lot of shelters open for them. Yung abandonment na talaga pong totally abandonment na talagang iniwanan po sila ng employer nila.
Oo. Bakit po kaya nangyayari yun?
Siguro po sa part nung like south, wala po silang choice eh. Siyempre po take ng safety yung employer going outside the country. And then, yeah, they just abandon the employee.
Iniiwan na lang ho, no? But what is the situation of these migrants? Sila naman ho, bakit hindi po umuwi na lang din ho kung saan po sila?
Yes po. Our Philippine Embassy is taking care of that situation. We have a lot of repatriation happen during and after the war, but some nationalities don't have that capacity. And some migrants also doesn't want to go home. They want to work. They want to earn money.
So they choose to stay in Lebanon.
Yes.
And as of today, how many migrants are in your care over there at the parish?
As of now, the shelter is closed. Like early January, the shelter is closed.
Is that a good thing? Because
people na nandun sa shelter, we transferred it to another shelter.
And then, how many displaced migrants are there, according to estimates?
Like during the war po, in our church, in our shelter in the church, it's like 100 plus po. But from time to time, sometimes we relocated to other shelter because the capacity of the church po is not big enough to accommodate all. But we drew our best to ibigay po sila sa ibang shelter na pwedeng mag-accommodate po sa kanila. Lahat po ng pumupunta sa church.
Okay. Oo. And how is the Filipino community in this migrant population? How are they doing? According to reports, around 11,000 Filipinos were estimated to be working in Lebanon as of late 2024. At meron pong nababalitaan ng mga repatriation which goes in the hundreds, which means majority po ay hindi umuwi. Yes
po. So far po, as of now, medyo bawas na po siya kasi repatriation is still going on. So may nag-choose po talaga na ayaw nilang umuwi at gusto nilang magtrabaho. But they are okay po, and the embassy is trying their best to help the migrants po, especially the Filipino one.
Okay. I know we didn't get the chance to play the speech that you gave for Pope Leo. So maaari niyo po ba makwento rito yung encounter na yon with that couple that was locked in? Was that the most painful scene you've witnessed in your work at the Jesuit Refugee Service?
Yes po, because I imagine how this painful scene that's the woman under na naranasan niya po during that time, na parang as a mother po, na-imagine ko kung gaano ang hirap na naranasan niya. Dahil po at the time na nanganak siya, and then naglakad siya for 3 days, and that days is just during the war. There's no safety. naglakad siya kasi walang sasakyan na magpapasakay sa kanila. It's very painful for me na para bang, um, parang, ah, parang ang hirap na sitwasyon na gano'n. Kung ako lang sa sarili ko, hindi ko kaya yun. Pero with their faith na talagang naglakad sila through the church, it's really moved for me. And it's really a good experience po na maano ko na as Christian, talagang yung faith nila po is nandun. Para bang, sabi ko nga, I saw the light shining even in the darkest moment po na sitwasyon.
And how are you finding hope amidst all of this? I mean, it seems to be an unceasing war between Israel and Lebanon and Gaza. How are you finding hope for your situation, and what are you seeing? I guess stories of light around you.
It's look like I find it like I was in serving as the parish in the church, and every time that I saw the situation, and I saw the situation of the migrants in the community and everywhere, like I'm saying that when our pastor saying that every mass was saying that welcome home, it gives me hope, and it always reminds me na we as migrant we're never alone, that God is within us. God's love surround us even we are in the situation na hindi namin inaasahan. The God's love is always around us.
17 years na ho kayo dyan sa Lebanon. Hindi niyo po naisip na minsan ay maganda siguro kung umuwi na lang at mas ligtas?
Yes po, naiisip po. Siyempre, naiisip. Pero in us po, like since 2019, we want to go home. But in the situation, there's a tendency that we cannot come back. So going home for good is need a plan din po. For now, I'm not in that time na pwede na akong mag for good. Maybe another 2 years or 3 years. Yes po.
Yun din po ba ang kalagayan ng ibang mga Pilipino dyan?
Yes po. Kasi as of now, we all know po na ang Lebanon is still on the bond. They cannot come here as illegal. All the here, the newcomer is going out really backdoor. And this time, after the COVID and then the war, all Filipinos, even they are legal here now, like me, I am legal here. I can go home, but I cannot have the guarantee to go back. If I go back, I'm gonna be coming out from the back door and coming out illegally. So, inaano po namin na, okay, ayaw namin maging illegal. So, we have to magtitiis na lang po muna kami, hoping that one day, yung lift ng like level 3, na talagang nasa level 3 pa, para sa Filipino. So, hihintayin po namin yun. And we're hoping and we're praying na maging level 2 or level 1 so that we can go and take our vacation back home.
Hindi po kayo maaaring tulungan ba ng Philippine Embassy pagdating po dyan? In terms of your status?
That's galing po yan sa embassy. Galing sa DFP sa Pilipinas na naka-level 3 alert pa po ang...
So, hindi talaga pwedeng bumalik?
Hindi pa talaga po pwedeng bumalik.
So, effectively, if you choose to go home, it's cutting a cord that serves as your livelihood. We saw that you had a personal encounter with Pope Leo after that speech. At ang message po niya ay be strong. Meron pa po ba siyang sinabi sa inyo, and how did that mean to you?
Actually po, meeting the Pope is like my world stopped. Parang moment ko lang po talaga na siya at ako na parang wala akong naririnig. At narinig ko lang po talaga yung be strong. I know marami pa po siyang sinabi sa akin. Alam ko po na na-bless niya po ako. And wala po akong matandaan. As in talagang parang ano lang talaga. Yung speechless, parang world stuff na parang I feel the peace na lahat na parang wala, be strong po talaga yung natatanda kong sinabi niya sa akin. It's an unexplainable moment po with the Pope. I feel na napaka-peaceful na tao ni Pope. Napaka-holy and everything was, yeah.
Sabi niyo nga ho, no, you weren't able to go to Rome because your visa was denied, but Rome came to you in Lebanon. And I know a while ago I asked you about what serves as your light and your hope there. But seeing you and the work that you do, may you continue to be the light and anchor for the migrant community there. Maraming salamat po for joining us this morning and sharing with us your account. Please stay safe and continue the work that you do. Kami po ay kasama po ninyo dyan. Thank you for sharing your story right here on Morning Matters.
Thank you.
Loren Capobres.